Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Steelers insider ends Jackson Dart to Pittsburgh rumors, don't make much out of it. Would Jackson Dart to the Pittsburgh Steelers make sense for them at number 21 overall? With no quarterback signed yet as the team is in limbo for Aaron Rodgers, they must consider all options. Mark Kaboly of the Pat McAfee Show believes Dart's visit to the Steelers last Friday was due diligence. He thinks the team is out on quarterback in the first round, even if someone like Dart or Shedeur Sanders falls to them. I don't make much out of it, 'cause everything I heard the week before that is they're not really interested in the quarterback in the first round, Kaboly said. However, it depends on how the board breaks and if you find a value at 21, or even if you want to move back or anything like that, you have to do your due diligence on a guy like that. Because I don't know how much tape he really had. You can look at, he had a couple good games, right? Penn State game, I think. So, the Steelers are just doing their due diligence, but I still don't think he gets anywhere near them. Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin and general manager Omar Khan were not there for his pro day in Oxford, so this is the first interaction the two will have. The team sent assistant general manager Andy Weidel, scout Ike Taylor, and wide receivers coach Zach Azzanni. That does not rule out Dart from being the pick at 21st overall, but much like Derek Harmon, it sends a message that he might be down a peg on their hierarchy. Dart's college career saw him throw for over 7,000 yards, 52 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions over his stops with Ole Miss and USC. His moxie instantly earned him some fans around the league, too. Dart shined with the Ole Miss Rebels this year, throwing for over 4,000 yards and leading Ole Miss to a near playoff berth. But how early will Dart go? That question remains, and if the Steelers like him enough, they might have a decision to make on the first day of the NFL draft. Former Pittsburgh Steelers outside linebacker Delonte Scott is back in professional football. Scott signed a deal with the Birmingham Stallions of the UFL, the league announced on Monday. Scott signed with the San Antonio Brahmas last year. He has not been in the NFL since 2023, when the Atlanta Falcons released him following a short stint in training camp. With the Stallions, Scott hopes to earn his way back into the NFL. He spent time with the Steelers from 2021 to 2022, mostly on the team's practice squad and as a training camp standout. Scott, an undrafted free agent out of SMU in the 2020 NFL Draft, has spent time with multiple NFL teams. Over his football career, he has taken snaps for the Green Bay Packers, Carolina Panthers, Steelers, and Falcons. Between stints in the NFL, he has played for the Brahmas, and now, the Stallions. He was named to the All-XFL team in 2023, but could only parlay that into a week with the Falcons before rejoining the team. Bundesliga watch, the Pittsburgh Steelers and Borussia Dortmund form partnership. Bayern Munich's Klassiker rival Borussia Dortmund has formed a partnership with the joint Super Bowl recordmeister, the Pittsburgh Steelers of the NFL. The two teams are both famous for wearing the black and yellow, but the connections go deeper than just the colors that they share. Both Pittsburgh and Dortmund have deep histories rooted in industry. Both teams want to use the partnership to drive future success in international collaboration. The collaboration between the two will be multifaceted. Players and former players have each attended games at each other's stadiums. A Steelers staff member has already been to a business summit that BVB hosted, and the Steelers will reciprocate with an invite to a business meeting later this spring. The Steelers will also host a flag football game in Dortmund that will include a Steeler player. Miles Killebrew, two-time Pro Bowler for the Steelers, had this to say about his time in Dortmund at Match: "I was blown away by my experience at Dortmund. From the minute we arrived at Signal Iduna Park, it was clear to me how special an organization BVB is. From the yellow wall, to the atmosphere and the fans, it was a memorable day for me, and I look forward to returning someday. It will be exciting to see the relationship between the Steelers and BVB grow in the future." Dan Rooney, Director of Business Development and Strategy for the Steelers, is looking forward to what this partnership will bring. The partnership with Borussia Dortmund, the first of its kind for the Steelers organization, builds off the deep connections both of our teams have with the communities we represent, as well as our shared values, rooted in our industrial pasts, of hard work, determination, and a winning spirit. We look forward to what's next as we support each other's success in reaching fans in new markets and raising the profiles of the cities we call home. Lastly, Mark Lingenhoff, the managing director for BVB Americas Incorporated, shared his thoughts as well. Borussia Dortmund and the Pittsburgh Steelers share more than colors. We share the commitment to bring sports and culture together through the power of our brands. We are rooted in history and bonded by tradition. When exploring various expansion opportunities for BVB in the United States, we saw the Steelers as the ideal partner with tremendous success on the field, as well as a legacy of excellence off the field. Known for its resilience and community-first approach, the Steelers are a cornerstone of Pittsburgh's identity, and the same can be said for BVB in our Dortmund community as well. We are proud and excited to bring this synergistic partnership to life on the global stage, with the fan at the center of everything we do. As a fan of Bayern and the Steelers, this hurt me for a minute, but even I have to admit it makes so much sense. Both teams are trying to grow in the other's markets. Plus the colors, the passionate fan bases, the industry that drives the communities, and all the other factors just make sense. I have been saying all day, I hate it, but it makes sense. Why Aaron Rodgers choosing retirement over the Steelers seems unlikely. Aaron Rodgers only has a few options left. According to Jeremy Fowler of ESPN, the Minnesota Vikings' pursuit of the four-time MVP is all but dead. That leaves the Pittsburgh Steelers as the only true team left for Rodgers to sign with this year. He could also take the angle of retirement or simply waiting it out for an injury or opening to come about. Yet, retirement does not seem all that likely for Rodgers. Rodgers organized the visit to Pittsburgh on his own accord and called the Steelers, according to Tom Pelissero of NFL Network. On top of that, he set up a workout with DK Metcalf. Those are not the actions of someone planning to retire. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport is not buying the idea that Rodgers will retire, either, though it is at least an option that he can hold over the Steelers' heads as leverage for anything he might want. The specter of retirement, possible retirement, doesn't seem likely but at least would be considered an option until he makes a decision, Rappaport said. Rodgers will have a timeline to make his decision that has already taken nearly a month. The Steelers seem like the clear front-runner, and Fowler reported that some in the league believe the Steelers have received some assurance that Rodgers will sign eventually. Either way, his actions say this is not a player that is thinking about retirement. He is 41 and coming off a year when he battled through multiple lower body injuries, but Rodgers seems intent to play, and if that is true, the Steelers are the heavy favorites to land him. And you, fan? What do you think about Aaron Rodgers' situation? Write to us in the comments.